So what I decided to do, since I've been on a spiritual path all my life, since I'd had this experience at the ashram, is I decided, as I do with everything in life, to make it part of my spiritual path, dating. I decided dating could be a spiritual path, and that I was going to use these encounters to not only challenge my conditioning about who's lovable, because I would sit down and I would do the same judgment as everyone does. I'd go, oh, doesn't look like the package. And then I would correct myself, as a lot of everyone in this room does, and goes, I'm going to see who this person is. And I decided I'm also going to use this as an opportunity to develop myself into a more loving person. So I have an hour to be with this person. And what's suggested in the dating world is, you're not going to marry this person, so I'll get rid of him quickly. God, can I get out of here? It's almost, if I've been here long enough, let's get rid of this and get on to someone whose package is better. And I decided I'm going to use this date as a practice to become a more loving person, to find out what's lovable about this person, to find out about their kindness, to increase my kindness, and have a lovely time encountering this other human being. I had this experience when I was in the ashram in India. This might shock some people. That's fine. We would go into these Tantra groups for over a week sometimes, and we would be, it was pretty G-rated, although Greg would say my definition of G-rated is a little further expanded than most people's. But we would sometimes be blindfolded, and we would reach out and touch another person. We'd really feel what the energy is. Is this attraction? Is this friendship? Does this feel like, do I have a natural repulsion to this touch? Oh my God, they're so fragile. Oh my gosh. We move on to another person. We just feel them with blindfolds on. What is this like? Oh, can I touch you here? Oh my goodness, what is this? And not being able to see with the prejudice of sight, we all fell in love with each other. And when we took our blindfolds off, we were all in love with each other. And we can all be in love with each other if we take our blindfolds off. Not having a good time. Who's responsible for having a good time?
Me.
All right? I couldn't have a good time because he was a creep. No. Okay? Okay? I couldn't have a good time because she wasn't pretty. You can have a good time no matter what, right? So many people, the dating process is hard, it's awful, it's horrible, it's, oh my God, I have to do it. It actually can be up to you to have a good time no matter what. You probably all have examples. I was remembering this one guy, and it was pretty obvious to me early on that we weren't going to go in a romantic direction, so I remember just saying to him, why don't we take a walk around the block? I hadn't had my exercise that day, so, that type of thing. Made it more fun. But that can be an inside job too, right? I go there with the expectation that this is going to be enjoyable. And this increases my ability to love all kinds of people. If I already have a prejudge that I'm going to enjoy this person. I have prejudged that I'm going to enjoy you. That's my prejudice. This makes you a more loving person. When you are radiating the frequency of love, you can attract a loving partner. When you're radiating a frequency of, I only am interested in the package, you're going to get that in return. You develop yourself into being more loving, more kind, and guess what you attract? Loving and kind. You can't really attract the frequency of loving and kind if you're not loving and kind yourself. So a lot of this for me was an inside job. I had to become stronger on the inside, more in my third chakra. I had to become a more loving person. I had to realize that the way I have learned to be loving and non-prejudice in my non-dating life needed to belong in my dating life also. Everybody in this room has expanded from when they were kids in terms of who you think is a possible friend for you. Most of us think it's cool to have friends of all ages, all ethnicities, disabled people. We think it's cool to have friends who are bikers and friends who knit and all kinds of interesting friends, right? But in dating, it's only this one person. So I decided I want to expand myself to be non-prejudiced in my dating life also. For some reason, amongst the conscious community, we're open and not being prejudiced, except in dating. Open up, be warm, more love in the world, then you can attract love.